This is Owen Richards' journal. The date is the 27th of April. So I've just came off a call with my cast. It went really well. The main things I wanted to talk about with them was I showed them the props that I made, I'm starting to make, and the poster, which you can see in my building props and set video part 1 and part 2, which will be coming out soon. And I showed them what they're used for, what the posters are used for, and the feedback I got was really good. For example, with the poster, I made the poster where it shows a lot of Daniel's character because he, in a way, is the main character, and it shows his arrogance. And the rest of the cast, they absolutely loved it, and it was really well done. So I was very happy with that. And then the main reason for the call though was I gave Tom about a week ago, because he's the main one that can do accents, different voices. He's better than me, and he's the best one out of my cast who can do accents and pull them out of thin air. So I gave him a lesson so he can, I gave him a task to give everyone else a lesson on accents, which he did. He presented a PowerPoint, which I was really proud of him. The PowerPoint I've asked for from him, that will be in my written journal, the link, so you can see the PowerPoint he made. We did make an evidence video, which you do see some of the slides in there. I learned quite a lot from it. He already has taught me a lot about doing accents and different voices, but I learned even more about it's in a way of how learning a script. So it's quite similar to learning a script, the way I do anyways, which is you read a line and you just keep repeating it in your head and in your head until it's stuck there. And then you move on to the next line, you do that, and then you connect them both, which is the same with learning an accent. You're supposed the way he said he does it is you read the line in the accent, you keep doing that line in the accent until you got it, and then you move on to the next one, and then you join both the lines up together, which is really helpful. I've taken that away, and I'm going to use that to see if it works. I have already got most of my accents sorted, but there's always room to improve, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm quite happy how all my directing's going. I am making a video about my directing, like how I feel like I'm doing with that, but I'll go briefly over some things I'm quite happy with. So I gave them the task, I guess, some homework, because they all learned the script. So I gave them the homework of looking more into costumes, like show me what costumes they're going to have, how much they're going to cost. Obviously not to buy them just yet, because we don't know what the situation's going to be with when we're getting out of quarantine and stuff like that. So we're putting the buying the costumes on hold at the moment. But I want to know the price of the costumes, why they pick those costumes, and how they will look under the lighting we're going to have, which they've already seen the lighting, and what colour lights and the mood of light. So the reason I've done this is so I can, I guess, improve my directing skills. I feel like this is obviously something a director would do, but, well, actually not the director, the costume designer would do, but in this case, if it was a small theatre, like again, I work at Westacre Theatre where we don't have a costume designer, we have the director, but then I guess the director will have the final to say if the costume's good or not. So, and plus, I feel like this is a good way to motivate my cast, to keep them on track for doing some work, because obviously we're supposed to be in college now. Easter holidays finished a couple of weeks ago, so we're supposed to be working and that, so I feel this is a good thing to keep them going if they run out of any ideas to work on. So they're going to be presenting me that in our next video call, which will be in hopefully next week. So I've learned quite a lot so far, definitely in that video call, again, with accents. Things that I'm going to take away and use for the future. Again, I'll use the methods Tom give me in future, because that's something I'm not just going to use once. That can be something I can use anytime I'm going to do a role that requires an accent or a different voice. So I'm very happy with that. Getting my directing skills, if I am ever a leader or a director as such, I can use the skills I've done for this video call. And also I had the question from Ilya, which is, how do you not give up? Because he's starting to feel a bit low, trying not to give up. I didn't know exactly what to say, I will admit, so I did advise him to email Paul, because I don't want to say something and say the wrong thing. So I said, I'll talk to Paul about it as well, but I gave him the idea of, because I also made the video of I felt like I was going to give up. So, and I was giving up. I did email Paul. He gave me some inspiration words to carry on. And also I found a way to not give up, which is to make videos, which I find easier. Even though I'm doing quite a lot of written work, I'm also doing these videos, which also, yes, encourage me to carry on. Also building stuff, I've been building set props, I've been making little sets and that. Just stuff like that really bring out a creative side, I guess. And I think the reason this is helping is because it's something I love doing. So I told Ilya, do something which you enjoy. I said, because I know he doesn't really like written work that much. I said, maybe make videos of journals and research, which I'm doing, because I know he prefers doing that. So I'm trying to advise him to do something in this work that you enjoy to keep your motivations going, which has worked for me. I don't know if that will work for him. I guess only time will tell. And hopefully he'll email Paul and see if he can get any help. So yeah, I thought that was really helpful. The other bits I have been doing, I've been doing more research into practitioners. I have made a practitioner video now, which will be uploaded on my channel in a couple of days. I've just got other bits and pieces to upload first. I'm quite happy about it. I probably will make a part 2 about it. As soon as I've made it, I realised there's a lot more I could have said and I had on my mind. So I'm either going to edit another section onto that video or going to make a part 2. When I have to admit, looking into practitioners, it did help a lot as well. Looking into different aspects, like I will admit, from my time being at college, I've never really looked into practitioners, never really done research on them. But I'm really glad I have now, and I wish I did sooner, because it's made me realise there's loads of different acting techniques that I've never used. Theatre of cruelty, like, surprisingly, I took a little bit of. Okay, I won't go too much detail in my journal about it because it's in my research, but I took in bits of theatre of cruelty into my comedy. I've taken some of that and put it into my comedy, which you, I guess, wouldn't really suspect I would do, but it's only a small chunk. I've done that with loads of practitioners. I've taken little chunks, some chunks are bigger than others, that I'm using in my own performance. Again, so that's helped out a lot. Again, something I should definitely use if I'm going to go into acting. If I'm doing a role, I can look into practitioners to see what type of acting methods, or even if I'm making a theatre production, or see what practitioners I'm going to use. So that's definitely has helped me, and so I'm going to use for the future, and I think will definitely help my show. Obviously, I would like to practice these practitioners with my cast. Like, do some activities with them. I could do them over call, but a lot of them are very practical. So I'm trying to find a method where I can do over call. Obviously, I wish I was in a classroom, because I'll be doing activities of them. I'll be doing certain scenes from my script, doing different techniques of practitioners to see how it looks, if there's anything we could steal. So that's a bit of a shame, but still trying to find a way to get around it, and I guess still do a practical lesson in a way, but in a video call. So that's something I need to look into. My directing skills, again, I'll go with that in another video, but I would say I feel like I'm doing very well as a director. I feel like I'm still keeping my cast motivated. I'm constantly messaging them. Also with timing as well. So we had the call at 12 o'clock, and I said to them, okay, if everyone's not here by 1, we're not having it. Just to motivate them to get into the call quicker, so they don't let down any of the other cast members, which worked. They all were on time. So again, very happy about that. So I feel like my directing skills are getting better, and I think I have to thank last year's director, which was my director for Sherlock, which is Izzy. I've taken lots of her techniques, and I'm using it for my directing skills. Same with when I work at West Acre. I've worked with 4 different directors now there. One of them being someone called Izzy, one of them being someone else called Izzy. One of them called David, another one called Andy, and I've taken lots of different chunks of their skills that I feel like really work. I'm using them in my directing skills. So yeah, I think I'm doing very well as a director. I feel like this week's gone very well. Done a lot of research, I said, into practitioners. I've done more building, which I'll be making in the part 2 of my progression of set and props, and why I made them, especially with the poster I made. It's just on my wall at the moment. I'll be talking about that and the reason why I made it. The reason I'm going to go in depth with that is because It's got a lot of character development in just this one little poster. So as soon as they walk in the door, they'll see his poster and they'll kind of understand the main character and all the other characters. They know who's going to be the cocky one, who's going to be the, I guess, least liked character. So I'll go in more depth in my research of that. But yeah, that's everything from I have been doing my journal. So this is the end of it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.